see what it's talking about. We'll look at first thing because his mother was sentenced first, so we'll look over at that. And then next, we'll get over into his actual sentencing that happened a few days ago. So let's jump right over into it and see what it's talking about.
Right now, it was sentencing day for the mother of Sean Kingston, who was tied to some fraud cases here by her famous son. Local 10's Sanella Sabovic is joining us live from the courthouse in Fort Lauderdale with what was handed down.
They didn't have to put a picture up like that.
Well, Christy, a federal judge sentenced Kingston's mother, Janice Turner, to 60 months in federal prison. And before that sentence was handed down, she did address the court with tears in her eyes, saying that she was sorry and she asked the judge for mercy for her and her son. Somebody call 911. It's sentencing day for singer Sean Kingston's mother, Janice Turner. Federal Judge David Leibowitz ordered that she spends the next 5 years in federal prison, followed by 3 years of probation.
Anything about the charges?
4 months ago, a jury found Turner and her son, whose real name is Kishan Anderson, guilty of 1 count of conspiracy to commit wire fraud and 4 counts of wire fraud for their scheme to defraud luxury merchandise vendors over $1 million.
I'm gonna get into that.
Humberto Dominguez fought for a lesser sentence.
So we have mixed feelings on it. We won on some points, and we obviously lost on other points, all of which will be obviously handled on appeal. Overall, you know, the judge tried to do what was right, what was fair.
Turner appeared for her sentencing hearing shackled in a red jumpsuit. She addressed the judge, saying through tears that she was sorry and that she was trying to keep her son afloat. She begged the judge have mercy on them. While Kingston didn't appear in court today, he did write a letter to the judge. Dominguez tells us what's in it.
She's been a great mom, that she's a loving, caring person, just like I said, to, you know, asking the judge to factor in his you know, her age and her medical conditions.
Prosecutors presented additional evidence into record where it was uncovered during a special agent's testimony there were 17 additional victims. That agent said she spoke to those victims and they received fake wire receipts for various luxury goods like jewelry and cars. Some got paid, others didn't. Turner was also ordered to pay victims back. Prosecutors called her a thief and detailed prior convictions, while Dominguez says she got in trouble simply for helping her son.
She's a really caring person. She's helped a lot of people in her life.
A restitution hearing is scheduled for October 16th. As far as Kingston is concerned, he will be sentenced next month by the same judge. Reporting live out of Fort Lauderdale, Sanella Sabovic.
So it's sad. She said she was just helping her son. The son got his mother caught up, but it sounded like she had prior convictions. I don't know if it's all before she had a son or while she had a son, but golly, man, they did her wrong putting that picture up there. Yeah, she definitely loves her son. Yeah, she definitely loves her son. Do the crime, got to do the time. They said they was wire frauding people, frauding them for luxury bags. Man, this man had so much talent. God, he was middle school. My middle school days, you couldn't go on the radio without hearing this man, Sean Kingston, him with Justin Bieber and all them. Godly, so much talent wasted. So much talent wasted. Now his mama in jail. So that was last month. So let's get over into to what happened most recently, and he was sentenced. So let's get over into that and break that down.
Rapper Sean Kingston getting sentenced to 3.5 years in federal prison today for wire fraud. His lawyers saying this case was about more than just theft.
He was that guy, yes.
It was about the fact that he was a 16-year-old who rose to fame overnight and never had any guidance on finances, never knew how much money was in his bank account. Business managers handle that, and some of them didn't handle it properly. So we're here today because Sean still to this day doesn't know how much money is in his bank account.
Nah. Wait, what you mean he don't know how much money in his bank account? This man's a grown man. Come on. Yes, we are. Yes. They young kids who grow up or just jump into money. Yes, and doesn't have anybody to teach them about how to handle their finances. Yes, things like this can happen. But you can't use that excuse no more. This man's a grown man. A grown man. You need to understand how much money you have and how much money you can spend. You need to come on now. Come on. Don't say that he still doesn't know how much money is in his bank account. That is crazy. I know how much money in my bank account, and when I look at my phone when they send me those notifications, I'll be like, how much did I spend that much money? Now I got to go back and remember. Oh yeah, okay, we good. Absolutely crazy. Let's keep going.
And does like to buy nice stuff.
Remember, his mother was found guilty of fraud and grand theft as well. She got sentenced to 5 years in federal prison last month. Prosecutors said Kingston and his mother used his celebrity name to trick luxury businesses into delivering things to them before getting payment. The payments were then made using fraudulent or worthless wire transfers. Kingston and his mom ended up stealing more than $1 million worth of stuff. According to arrest warrants, the pair defrauded a jewelry business, a luxury bed company, car dealerships, and a TV company. Jesse Kirsch is joining us now with more on this outside the courthouse. Jesse, the sentence, it could have been worse, right? The government had asked for more time. What happened in court and what's coming next?
Hold on.
Yeah, so prosecutors, Yasmin, had asked.
They said that Sean Kingston got 3.5 years, but his mama got 5? His mama got 5 and he got 3.5. That's crazy.
For 60 months behind bars. He wound up getting sentenced to 42 months, as well as 3 years of supervised release. His attorneys have been pushing for him to spend no time behind bars. His legal team arguing that Sean Kingston should have just served time under house arrest, which he had been doing leading up to his sentencing. His attorneys had pointed to several things, including the fact that they say that he had repaid much of what was owed. They pointed to what they say were good works he'd done in the past, including serving meals around Thanksgiving to those in need. But the judge clearly determined that Kingston needed to spend at least some time behind bars. We did hear from Kingston's legal team afterward. We did not hear from Kingston himself because he was immediately taken into custody. Here's part of what we heard from Kingston's legal team.
Big boy.
I think that anybody who buys diamond jewelry, and you all know from social media, I would call it an addiction. Just like people who have an addiction to gambling get a lower sentence, I would say that this was an addiction to nice stuff.
Did she just say addiction to frauding people should get a lighter sentence? No. Come on now. We got to back that up now. I know that's not what she just said.
That Kingston needed to spend at least some time behind bars. We did hear from Kingston's legal team afterward. We did not hear from Kingston himself because he was immediately taken into custody. Here's part of what we heard from Kingston's legal team.
I think that anybody who buys diamond jewelry, and you all know from social media, I would call it an addiction. Just like people who have an addiction to gambling get a lower sentence, I would say that this was an addiction to nice stuff.
Addiction to nice stuff caused you to fleet fraud.
And here's also a look, Yasmin, at some of the figures that have been discussed in this case. And at this point, the amount...
Yeah, we got to stop it right here so we can break it down. So $480,000 in jewelry, $200K from Bank of America plus, $200K plus, $160K from an Escalade dealership. This man got an Escalade. Yeah, I like Escalade. That's my favorite SUV. That's the one I want when I get big. $100K from First Republic Bank and $68K from Customized Bed Manufacturer. You spend $86K on a customized bed? $86K on a customized bed. Rich people do a lot of things, man. Rich people, they got the money to do some crazy things, but they can do it. Let's keep going.
Of restitution is still TBD. There is a hearing set in October, or I should say in October. That is when we are expecting a conclusion to the amount of money that Sean Kingston will still owe, unless there is any kind of agreement reached between prosecutors and the defense team in between between now and then. And that is what played out outside of the courthouse. We're actually in Miami now, so we're in the general area, but that's what played outside the courthouse. Again, we saw Sean Kingston going into the courthouse. He didn't say anything to us when I asked him what he was going to say to the judge, but he did make some brief comments in the courtroom. He made the push to be able to turn himself in, saying he had some medical appointments that he needed to handle before he was taken into custody, but the judge had him immediately remanded to custody. And so now he's going to be spending years now, Yasmin, behind bars.
Jesse Kirsch, thank you. Appreciate it.
We thank you for watching.
So that's absolutely crazy now. Absolutely crazy. Now, like I said, his mother got 5 years. He got 3.5. I wonder why she got more time than he did. Did she have prior? I'm assuming maybe because of the prior criminal history. That's the only thing I can think about. Or maybe she stole more money. I don't know what was tied to her name and what was tied to his. I don't know if that was the problem. Why did she get more money? Now, why did she get more time than him? Those are some questions I got, but golly, man, this man has so much talent, y'all. So much talent. It was the height. Everybody was talking about him. The songs was hitting on point when I was younger. Matter of fact, it's still, if I play the song right now, I'm still dancing. I'm still vibe to it, man. It was, but now you and your mama locked up. All because you wanted to fraud the banks. Tell them, yeah, send me $400K worth of whatever. I'll pay for it, and then don't pay him or send him a bad check. And I still want to know what that $86,000 bed was. What did the bed look like? $86,000? Yes, you got to pay some money for a good bed. We understand that. But $86,000? God, man. This man could have been it. He could have, because Justin Bieber's still going strong. This man was right there with Justin Bieber, going strong. But man just couldn't hack it. Couldn't handle it. God, man. But like I said, that's Sean Kingston and his mama now. They both out behind jail, behind bars. Sean Kingston getting there for 3.5. His mama in there for 5. God, man. Yeah, but tell me your thoughts on that. Tell me. Do you think that was enough time? Do you think he should have got more time? Or do you think, like the lawyer said, and it's an addiction and he shouldn't have got no time? Shouldn't have got no time. But yeah, like I said, tell me your thoughts. Yeah. Tell me what you're thinking. All right, everybody, remember this is AC